Hey, what's up? It's Dom and welcome to another video. In today's video, we're checking out this awesome speaker. Looking at the box, the design on this is absolutely beautiful. It's minimalist. It does sort of look like one of the older model Alexas, but in terms of features, this is actually feature packed. So for starters, it supports SD cards. So if you're like me and you listen to a lot of homemade stuff, or if you have a lot of CDs or if you have a lot of CDs with music that aren't very common or popular on music streaming services like Spotify and that type of stuff, you can actually just upload it to an SD card and put it into the speaker, which is pretty awesome. I wish more speakers had this capability. But it's also compatible with hands-free and it has an FM radio. And it also claims to have a 10-meter connection distance, which is pretty impressive actually. Yeah, without further ado, let's have a look at what is inside of the box. This video was made possible by the Hekka store, who kindly sent me this speaker to try out. The Hekka store is a cool online electronics store which sells some awesome gadgets such as headphones, 3D printers, drones and RC vehicles, and even phones. Do check them out in the link down below and use offer code DOM10 to get an extra $10 off your order as long as it's over $29. Now, whilst Hekka did send me this product to try out, I am not getting paid for it and all views and opinions are of my own. So yeah, back to the video. So before we go further, let's have a closer look at the box. So this is what the box looks like. It seems to have a pretty good battery as well. And the packaging is actually really cool looking. It shows the product it could be good quality, but I guess we'll have to find out and see. So let's have a look at what is inside of the box. Oh, I decided to get a new unboxing knife as well. It would definitely make me struggle less when I unbox. So, let's have a closer look. Okay, so this is the speaker. So obviously it's a micro SD card, and it does have a micro USB charger as well as aux. You've got a little mic there. Your light is just down here for you. So okay, the top part here is the speaker. This is just the lamp part. Obviously it's gonna there are LED lights here, which is going to shine down on the bottom base, making it look absolutely awesome. On top of it, you have your controls. So you got your power plus, you got your power, play and pause. You got a light. You got what looks to be a menu. You got volume down and previous track, volume up and next track. And it's a basic looking speaker, and it looks really cool. It's looking on the box, it does have a metallic effect, but this is actually plastic, but it really looks premium to me. So having a further look inside of the box, you have another box. This box, I would imagine, is full of accessories. So let's have a look. Okay, so inside of the box you have a little thing there. You've got your user guide. You have a aux cable, and you have your micro USB cable. Okay, so now it's time to see if this bad boy is charged. I'm not expecting it to be charged. I mean, it's been in transit for a while now, but one can only try. So let's have a look. Wow, that made a pretty bassy yeah, so that made a pretty bassy thump. So boom boom boom, pretty cool. So I would imagine the M is for choosing your device. That's your radio. That's something. Alright, and I would imagine that it detects when there's a SD card, and most of these speakers tend to do that. So anyway, I'm now going to attempt to pair this to a Never phone to see what it sounds like. And I'm not sure if you can see that, the light is actually on. You can change the brightness as well. Okay, so let's see what this bad boy sounds like. I'm now going to pair it. Okay, I found it straight away. And I think that song is absolutely beautiful. It's definitely going to be, it's definitely going into my actual playlist. But let's have a look at a different song.
Got lost on the way to you in an orange sky by the ocean blue. Every mile lost, my soul renewed.
Okay, so let's have a look what vocals sound like. So I'm just going to play one of my YouTube videos. An amazing camera, great specs and impressive performance. The Google Pixel 6 Pro has been my daily driver for around 2 weeks now. But that doesn't really matter right now. Let's see how it performs in a day of my life. Today I'm planning to head up to the office, so my day starts with the morning routine. I wake up, charge my phone to make sure it's 100%. Okay, so as far as my first impressions go of this speaker, I think it's really good actually. I mean, a lot of the songs that I played with the speaker are extremely bassy, so you would have heard that bass, but this didn't distort. I mean, for the price, this is actually a really good speaker. Now, I haven't had the chance as of yet to test the micro SD card, and neither have I had the chance to test what the aux sounds like. But with Bluetooth, this sounds absolutely brilliant. I mean, I'm gonna have a look how it looks like on my desk as well. It might be the latest addition to be on my desk, but at the minute I'm actually thinking more bedside table because it looks pretty awesome. But I guess we'll have to see. So I'm going to be testing this speaker for around a week now, and I'm going to let you know how I feel about it and whether I think it's worth the purchase. But as far as my first impressions go, I really think it's worth it. Right, so it's been around a week since I filmed the last part of this video, and I'm going to tell you what I think of the speaker. But first, let's start by having a sip of coffee because it's morning. Very good. Right, put that to the side. So yeah, the speaker. I've been using it for around a week, and I think it's pretty decent, particularly sound quality wise. I don't know how well you were able to tell the sound quality by the tests I conducted in the previous part of this video, but hopefully as long as you listen to it on a decent quality set of headphones, you were able to tell at least some of the sound quality. The main thing with here is the bass, because this speaker is extremely bassy, but at the same time it doesn't lose the sound quality and the detail to the sound, which is nice to see at this sort of price range. But yeah, I mean, in terms of style, this is absolutely perfect, and it's perfect if you're using it on a desk setup. It's perfect to have in your living room. It's perfect to have as a bedside table as well, mainly because it sort of looks like an ornament. I mean, in terms of the actual features, this thing is feature packed. Not only can you listen to music via Bluetooth on here, but you can use aux, you can use a micro SD card on it as well, and it has a light. So this sort of speaker, I reckon, would be ideal if you are planning to go out camping, or if you're just using it in the garden. Because not everyone can get Wi-Fi reception in the garden. I certainly can't get very good Wi-Fi reception in the garden, and particularly if you go camping, this is pretty good, because obviously if you're camping out in the mountains, you might not get great reception. So if you upload all of your music onto a micro SD card, you can simply listen to it like that, and I think that is pretty awesome, particularly with the summer months coming up. And to be honest with you, the fact that it has a light also makes it a great idea to take with you camping. But nevertheless, in terms of the battery, I mean, I charged this once after the test, the initial first impressions test, and the battery still hasn't gone down. And what's really impressive is that it's 60%, and I've been practically using it as my main speaker for the entire week. Which, yeah, I mean, the amount of devices you can connect to this as well is endless. I mean, I've connected it to my turntable via aux. Yes, I'm one of these people who uses a turntable. I've done a lot of I tried a lot of things with this speaker, and it's just one of these speakers that's not only nice to have, but it's also a good. It's one of these devices that is not only good to have, is nice to have, but it actually looks pretty awesome. I mean, if you decide to use it as an ornament, say in your living room next to your telly, for example, it will still look pretty good. And particularly with the light at the bottom, I think that that's pretty awesome. And I think it will be even better if they decide to do a new version of that with a RGB thing at the bottom, because I'm a huge fan of RGB. But if they do that, then that would be a perfect addition to any gaming setup. What would also be nice to see if you can pair more than one of these together, because, well, if you say you connect these to your TV, you can have one either side, yeah, that would be pretty awesome. But yeah, overall, I definitely think it's a really good speaker. I think it's got some good features. In terms of sound quality, I would definitely give it an 8 out of 10. And the reason I'm giving it a 8 out of 10, which is pretty generous, I think, is simply because it's bassy, it's good, but when it gets louder, it gives that massive beep sound, which to warn you that it's getting too loud, which petrified me to begin with. I didn't see that coming, especially because it was loud. But other than that, the sound is decent, the bass is there, it's clear, and yeah, it's definitely an 8 from me. The second reason why it's an 8 is simply because, at that price range, you can't really expect it to be a 10 comparing it to the big brands like Bose, because the sound does slightly feel plasticky in a way. I don't know if that's even a word, but it's still decent, which is a good thing. Now, in terms of design, I'm definitely giving it a 10 out of 10, and the reason for that is because it actually looks pretty cool. Now, moving on to the features, it's a 9 out of 10, and the reason I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 is because of the fact that I don't think you can pair a second speaker together to make a sort of stereo effect, which is a shame, because I think that would be pretty good. But overall, I definitely would recommend this speaker to a friend. I'd recommend it to you. And check out the link down below if you want to get yourself one of these speakers, so that you get yourself some nice discounts. But yeah, that's it from me. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more great content. Till next time.